Hello, welcome back to this channel. Today's gonna be a very fun video because once again, we're gonna be doing another informational plant and garden tour. There is so much to talk about, so before we do go and get straight into this video, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you're not missing every video, and please like this video. Let's go get into this tour and check out all the incredible stuff happening in this. Now, just standing right here, it looks like the room is absolutely full, and in some ways, it is. There's so many absolutely incredible stuff happening in here today and really throughout the last few weeks. Number one, all the little strawberries are really starting to thrive. So I'm trying to think of how I want to do the tour, because usually I just start with all the plants, talk about it, and then 3 minutes later, boom, the video's done. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just keep, I guess, yapping throughout the end of the video. So we're planning on growing basil on the top. It's gonna be really cool. Parsley on the bottom 2 rows. This entire zone 3 is strawberry production, so that's gonna be really cool. All the strawberry plants are trying to send out runners. Now, for the goal of trying to grow them just for strawberries, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of those off. A lot of these baby strawberry plants are starting to flower too. That's also what we do not want at all. So that's slightly different. Looks like we even got one actually blooming right now. So I'm going to have to take all those off very quickly. Going throughout the rest of the system. These ones look incredible, but these are incredibly dark and very healthy. Now, some of these don't look as good as like others. That middle one doesn't look as good. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go through a lot of these and try and take some of them out that are growing weird. But for the most part, everything is doing pretty well. Just kind of feeling the soil. It's a little bit damp, not soaked, not dry, but kind of in that medium good area. Now I'm doing a lot of work with completely forgot the word. Like nutrients, there's a word, like liquid nutrients, and putting that directly into the root structure. It's gone really well lately. I don't know if the plants are really enjoying how strong it is, because some of the leaves don't look as good, but I will say for the most part, everything is looking incredible. Turning around, the fish tank has been cleaned recently. Looks really good. Biofilter, I'm just incredibly grateful for getting my hands on that biofilter. Just the amount of just how well the biofilter keeps everything clean. Because before, with the system and the old biofilter, it just got so full with waste so quickly that when I empty it out, it'd just be gross. It'd just be a horrible job to be able to empty that out. Same with this, but this is a little bit more easy because it's fast to clean. It is incredibly heavy, so if you guys have watched some of the time lapses of cleaning it, I can't pick it up because it's like 200-300 pounds. So I have to bring in a dolly to be able to put it on, unhook it up, wheel it outside, clean it, and then bring it back in. But that is, it's incredible. It's worked phenomenally for 5-6 months now. Going throughout the rest of the system, a lot of zone 2 is starting to be turned on now. All these 4 fans are on full blast. Originally, I did decide to put it on the high setting. It was on the middle setting, and I was like, you know what? It's not the best. Going throughout the rest of the system, I think this is really interesting too. A lot of these basil plants, right here the basil is doing incredible, while right here the basil is like, it's not doing the best. So this also just came out. This is the basil. It's gonna do incredibly awesome. Let's cross our fingers there. But we're also growing a ton of parsley. Everything's getting ready. This just went out into the room today, so that's awesome. At the very bottom, we're doing work with cilantro and more oregano. Now, over here on the very bottom, we're working with a ton of baby strawberry plants. Those are really doing well, and hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to kind of take all the soil off the roots, put them in their main home, and that should be awesome. Over here, we're also working with a ton of ways on growing cilantro. We're working with the pot, the little trays, and then we're working with the main trays. So I'm trying to figure out what the most efficient way on growing it is, and what is the cheapest for us. And the cheaper it is for us to produce it while it's still being really high quality, the cheaper we can give it to our customers. So this way is efficient, and the stuff is doing really well. But the only problem is, the only thing I really don't like about this is it uses way too much soil. By the time I'm able to harvest all of the cilantro, we're barely making it even on how much the soil is costing us. So it's just too expensive. So I don't think I'm gonna go with this method. This takes forever. to do. So I don't think that's the most efficient way to do either. But the trays doesn't use that much soil. I'm thinking I'm probably going to use a little bit more soil next time and probably bring it like even higher up. And the seeds need to be soaked a little bit longer this time, but for the most part, the tray method is really just efficient and works really well. So I've done a lot of testing with the microgreens. Also, we're growing 5 different kinds of microgreens: spicy, basic, broccoli, peas, and sunflowers. Everything's doing incredible. But some stuff I've been working on is originally, so we have 4 shelves designated towards microgreens. 2 are going to be this week, 2 are going to be next week. Kind of an idea of that. So when, like, let's say I'm harvesting these 2 shelves this week, then everything germinating in the germination room will go on this shelf, while next week everything on the other shelf will be almost ready to be harvested, and then everything in the germination room once again will go on that, and it'll just kind of go back and forth. So every week we have stuff ready. But what I think is very interesting is these are growing way faster than I remember. So I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of information, and I'm thinking that honestly, we might just be able to pull it off in even shorter amount of time because the system's a lot more advanced now. So with like the peas, the sunflowers, to be honest, the sunflowers are hopefully going to be ready in 5 days, but to be honest, they will probably be ready tomorrow morning. So a lot of these do need like a day or 2 more to grow, but for the most part, everything is doing incredible and growing very quickly. And kind of what I'm saying here is, honestly, they're growing so quickly, we might be able to just do all 4 shelves every week. Now, it would be a lot more stressful to be able to plant all of those plants and germinate those. So this shelf in the germination room is just going to be absolutely crammed with microgreens, and we'll probably just completely throw them all over the floor. But I mean, it's going to be really cool to be able to work with it. Maybe a little bit complicated too, because it's going to be a lot more stressful on us to be able to harvest everything. But I think for the most part, once everything is getting harvested, once everything is just being worked on, it's going to be really cool. So Go For It Produce is having its pre-opening day next Friday, which is incredibly exciting. So maybe 5 days now. When this video will be posted, it will be 5 days, but it's really cool. And for the most part, everything will be harvested Friday morning. While throughout the day, we'll give all our customers about 24 hours to place their order. And just to mention, everything will be local. We're selling right now. Eventually, I will launch my own seasoning brand, so we will sell that one worldwide, but it's really hard to ship produce. So that will be really cool. But I mean, throughout the room, every Saturday, every Friday will be harvest day. We'll be harvesting very early, which will be a little bit complicated because then I'm gonna have to wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m., get everything done, and then head to school. And then once that happens, hopefully by the time the day's over with, everyone would have placed their order, or they're planning on placing it that next morning. But hopefully by like 1 p.m., all the orders will be packaged and put into our delivery cars, ready to go to all the delivery locations. So it's gonna be really cool. We're really working on a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so it feels like we're not posting as much, or we're posting a lot more like rushed videos. That's the reason why, because we don't have all day to be able to get everything done. We only have a few hours every single day, and we can't get everything done in the course of 24 hours. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. We're also going to be really working on our social media platforms. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok on Go For It Produce, you can do that. I greatly appreciate it. And something I am incredibly excited to announce is we now have a website at www.gofortproduce.com. So it is incredibly exciting. If you guys do want to search that, we don't have any of our products out there yet, so we're kind of in the template area where all our products will be eventually be. So what's kind of funny is right now the clothing is kind of the picture right now, just kind of an idea of where all our produce is going to be on the website. But for the most part, everything is ready for the products to go in and officially start selling. So that's going to be really cool. Honestly, I might harvest some of these products like tomorrow or like later in the week and be able to start taking pictures. Because the sunflowers, for the most part, are ready. I don't remember them growing this fast. So I think that's incredibly weird. But the thing is, now I'm a little bit nervous about seeds because I only have a certain amount of seeds to be able to do this. So I bought 5 pounds of each. So we have a ton of cilantro. Check all that out. You can kind of see just maybe a ton of cilantro. The bag is completely full. But we only have so much, like, peas, so much just microgreen seeds. So I might look into placing just a massive order for seeds, building a shelf where all of it can be stacked up. The herbs will be a little bit different, like basil will be a little different, mint, all of that fun stuff that takes a lot longer to grow. Heading outside really quickly. So I really want to talk about this too. So I'm figuring out how to do our seasoning to launch that. So obviously I can't grow enough in here, and if we're selling out weekly, it's not worth it to be able to take some of those shelves off that local every week is ready and be able to grow these long-term plants and be able to turn them into seasoning. So I'm thinking something that might be really cool is to work with everything outside. So last year it was more of let's just grow some of everything. And this year my goal is to just grow the plants that I want to grow more, just commercial type stuff. So we've worked on all the soil. A lot of stuff in the yard has been worked on. I've really not filmed much outside, but we've really been getting stuff done outside and cleaning up. So I kind of have a big plan for next year. We're gonna be doing the same setup, but instead of just doing like a ton of everything, I'm really hoping to just do like maybe 5 plants outside. We will grow some other stuff too, obviously, but for the most part, these 5 selected items, well, I might have to look at the seasonings because I could grow even more seasoning too, but right now I want to launch 5 kinds of seasoning: basil, cilantro, parsley, oregano, and some other stuff here and there. But I really want to just grow them up and down this row where we can harvest a ton of it a few times a year. So it's going to be really cool to be able to work with, but it's definitely going to be very interesting. We're also working with a lot of stuff with like the solar stuff and being able to bring down costs. So it's really exciting. We're really working with a lot of incredible stuff in this room to be able to have just honestly everything ready. For the most part, this is going to be the end of the video. Just a quick update, something that's really been annoying lately. This is vacuum that's constantly been getting stuck on stuff in here. It's incredibly echoey in this room right now, but like with the Bowflex, it keeps getting stuck on like some of these, and it looks like it actually moved it a little bit. This morning I walked in a room, so it cleans every day at 7 a.m. And this is the first time it's ever gone stuck on one of these cords back here, and it's been going for a few months now. But for the most part, everything is doing really quite well. The EcoFlow has done really well. Again, looking for a lot more work with solar panels and all sorts of stuff like that. Looks like it just dropped off even more food, so that's really cool. But for the most part, sadly, this is going to be the end of the video. So if you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss a video, and please like this video. Thank you all so incredibly much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys when we post next. Peace.